Yeah, guys, the NBA playoffs are in full swing, and every night delivers highlight-worthy performances, major momentum shifts, and can't-miss moments. Whether it's a game-winning shot or a breakout player, there's never been a better time to get in on the action. FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the game before tip-off and live. With player props, performance trends, and same-game parlays, fans have more ways to play smart and win big than ever before. And if you've got a read on someone who's heating up, why not back it up with the same-game parlay? And if you're new to FanDuel, it's the perfect time to sign up. Head to FanDuel.com/UCSS and place your first $5 bet. If that bet wins, you get $200 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA.
All right, guys. So Myles Garrett, we got OTAs going on this week. Myles Garrett is not at OTAs. He's in China?
Japan.
Tokyo, Japan. Currently in Japan as voluntary OTAs get underway. Dustin, your thoughts on Myles Garrett not being an OTAs? Care, you don't care?
He's like the one guy that I don't think he has to be here. There's nothing for him to learn. There's nothing for him to do other than just be around the young players.
Yeah.
These OTAs are for guys that need to learn the system, especially the younger players. Mm-hmm. Obviously, they just had gone through their rookie mini camps, and there will be, I assume, quite a bit of veterans at this camp. But like he's the Joe Thomas. He's the I'm just trying to think about like players that I played with that maybe could have got away with, like a Brian Dawkins. Like, you're going to go to the Hall of Fame. You don't have to be at OTAs. It's just kind of assumed.
Yeah.
It doesn't rub anyone the wrong way in the locker room. It's not like one of those things where there's gonna be plenty of time for him to be around his teammates. Like, he's that good of a player. There's nothing that he has to prove other than being a teammate. That's it. He'll meet these guys. There's plenty of time for that. And he doesn't play quarterback. Dude, it's good. He's gonna be fine.
Kevin Stefanski, does he care?
Of course.
Okay. You'd rather him be there.
Yes. You would rather, when you're going out there, whether it's voluntary or not, you still want your top players to be there. You can't make them be there, obviously. And at the end of the day, he's not, no one's going to be mad at Myles Garrett. He's your best player on the damn team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, when the season gets here, that dude goes.
Yeah.
So that's not an issue at all. Yeah, he would love for all of his guys to be there. It'd be amazing. It would help him, a coach that's trying to basically rebuild the organization again from scratch with a lot of young players. It helps when your veteran guys, your best players, can be there. He's not, and I get it. It's just not that big a deal.
Mike, you got a problem with it?
Not a problem. Problem's not the right word, but the Browns are coming off a 3-14 season. They're trying to rebuild a winning culture.
Yes,
and I think it helps build the winning culture when your best players are there for something like that. I
100% agree with you.
There is nothing, and to your point, Myles Garrett will get nothing out of being at OTAs. He's not going to learn a new technique. He's not going to get stronger in ways that he can't working out in Tokyo or wherever he is. He's not going to miss out on a defensive assignment meeting that's going to compromise his ability to execute and succeed the game plan when the actual season comes around. But with that being said, Jimmy Haslam and the Browns gave Myles Garrett the biggest non-quarterback extension in the history of football this summer. And at the NFL owners' meetings, Jimmy was asked about that extension he gave to Myles. And if you have the quote, you can pull it up whenever you want. But he basically said, we want to challenge Myles to become a better leader. We want Myles to take on a bigger leadership role. He may not be the rah-rah guy that some other leaders are. Think Ray Lewis. Like, that's not his style of leadership. But we want the highest paid non-quarterback in football to be a leader of this team. And I think, and here's the exact quote from Jimmy Haslam. What we've challenged Myles on is, by his practice habits, by his actions, etc., to become a real leader of the team. And he has said he'd do that, and we're hopeful that he will be. Myles is by nature an introvert. He's not an extroverted rah-rah guy, but the Browns expect even more from their all-pro defensive end in the leadership space. That was Jimmy Haslam. That's not my words. That is the owner of the team who just gave him the biggest contract in the history of football for a non-quarterback.
Listen.
So I want him there. Do I think it's a big deal he's not? No, like I said, he's not going to get any better. He's not going to learn anything. But when you're trying to rebuild a culture from a team that went 3-14 last year, I'd like to see your best players there to help build that winning culture back up.
We all would like to see him there. I'd like to see him there. I think it would help the team if he was there. It'd help Kevin Stefanski. The owner just, you said, you read the quote. It's a fact. He needs to become a better leader, but maybe that's just not his MO. He just said it right there. He's an introvert. He's not really a rah-rah guy. We all know that about Myles Garrett. So that's not the biggest thing in the world. I don't know. I mean, I can see where people would be critical of him, and I totally get it. You also got to remember that at the end of the season, when the Browns had 3 wins, I mean, like that guy's out there grinding. Like, he may need this time to get away because he knows, and a lot of these veterans understand how to be a pro and how to take care of your body, and when there's a time to maybe get away from the game. Whether it be a vacation, maybe he's working with his personal trainer right now.
He's actually in Tokyo with his new girlfriend at an anime
so
convention.
Great,
which is right up Myles Garrett's alley.
And players need to be able to have some time away from the game, and there isn't a ton, by the way, in the regular season, and frankly, the off season. It's not as long as it used to be. So these guys are in Berea a ton. I'd rather be in Tokyo with my fiance or girlfriend than be in Berea at OTAs. So I can't blame the guy.
You know,
and by the way, I will be critical of Myles Garrett when and I have been many times. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's just a little disappointing.
Sure.
It's in the end, it's probably a no deal, like Dustin says, but it's just disappointing because you want all players there.
Yeah.
You know, Joe Burrow missed 1 day of OTAs. He missed the first day to go to the Met Gala. You know, and then he was there for the rest of the OTAs.
He wore a ridiculous outfit.
I didn't even see it. Doesn't everybody at that Met Gala wear ridiculous outfits?
I think the whole point is to
Was
wear.
his particularly ridiculous? I missed it.
Just
somehow.
as ridiculous as everybody else's.
Okay.
I mean, I'd probably look ridiculous if I went to the
Yeah, it's like the goal is to be the most ridiculous looking person there, I think.
Yes.
And as a Bengals fan, I was a little disappointed that he missed a day of OTAs to do something that I think is silly. But in the end, it is voluntary. Okay? Until we make it mandatory, I think it's unfair to get too down on a player for missing. You know, part of me says, well, why does Joe Burrow need to go to the stupid, what's it called again?
OTAs. Or the Met Gala.
Met Gala. And same thing with Myles Garrett. What, he's got to go to an anime convention? You know, he could have gone to Japan. In Japan, there's probably an anime convention every 2 weeks. Couldn't he have gone 2 weeks ago? Could he have gone in April?
This might be the only
in his
one.
defense, I think it was an award show that his girlfriend was nominated for something.
Oh, okay. All right, well, good for her. But it's a minor thing. And the only reason it stands out a little bit is because you want him. I was going to say he's the leader of the team, but he's not.
You want him to
be a leader, and leaders need to be there. Leaders need to show up, and he's not a leader. And you'd think that someone that just got paid that much money would be there. In the end, it's a story we forget about in 2 seconds.
Maybe the other side of this, to play devil's advocate a little bit, is maybe he sticks to the Browns. I mean,
because he really did want to be out of here.
100% wanted to be out of here.
And the money is almost irrelevant because whatever team he would have ended up on would have paid him that same money.
Yeah.
So it's not like the Browns paid him an amount that other teams wouldn't have. I mean, if a team was going to trade for him, they would have paid him that money too. So, yeah, I mean, maybe that's it. My guess is that he just wanted to be at this convention with his girlfriend.
That's my first inclination.
Yeah.
But I am just saying that he took a shot at Andrew Berry about the Canton thing. So he could be sending a message like, hey, I got your money and I don't have to be there.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he's got all the power.
He's got all the power.
They can't do anything to him.
He does.
Yeah.
They can't do anything to him at all. So, yeah, I mean, he's going to be there at training camp, and he's going to, if the Browns don't have a bad year, are we going to say, oh, well, if Myles had been at OTAs, maybe they'd have a better season this year?
Yeah, I mean,
right.
Him being there versus not is not the difference of them going 4-13 versus 9-8. Like, him being there for this makes no difference in that sense. It's just one of those things, to your point, Bull. You kind of just want your best players there because
you want them there.
You want everyone there. I want the entire team there. And maybe, although Myles can't get anything from being there, Mason Graham can learn something from being with Myles.
Right.
They'll get enough time together where I'm sure those things will come together. But, you want the Browns. We all want the Browns to have a successful season.
Yeah.
We want to hope, and we have.
Do the Browns want the Browns to have a successful season?
They're building for next year.
So, you want all these opportunities to come together and have a chance to build upon.
Yeah.
This is the first brick in laying the foundation for whatever the next future of the Browns is.
Yeah.
And when Myles isn't there, it's harder to do that. But does it really matter? No, it's just I want my best players there, and if he's not, it is what it is.
Certainly not worth crushing the guy.
No.
It's not. I think it's totally reasonable to be disappointed he's not there without making too big a deal about it.